Welcome back to another Sunday video where we are breaking down the charts as simple as possible. We're gonna start by looking at the gold chart that you're seeing right over here, and you can see the beautiful smile on my face. You know, I'm excited for the market open and I hope you're having a really wonderful day. Now, the beauty about this trade is I did drop it in the free signal group where we have over 5,000 people. You know, with the inner circle, we did enter the trade right at the resistance zone right over here, and it was a break off this high. It retested and then it just broke out of this trend line. Now, whenever I drop a setup in the free signal group, just know that there is a chance to enter the trade. Now, I dropped it as soon as it broke the trend line because it has broken out of the trend line. What do I always say? Want to look for a break and a close outside of our support or resistance level. So at this zone, you were literally supposed to just enter the buy and ride the trade up with us to the top. Now you can see that the trade came to this level, and obviously I was expecting the market to still just push up to the top, break the all-time highs, but it did not do that. It just rejected right at this level and then it dropped right back, and that will bring us to our setup for gold that we'll talk about, because post NFP is actually what influenced all of this. The best thing that I did for myself for this week was to stay out of the stock market. I did calm down a little bit on Nasdaq, because you can see right over here we were down on Friday. The market closed down minus 2.9% on the Nasdaq, minus 1.3% on Us30, and 0.7% on gold. That is just a crazy drop. That decision of not forcing trades on the Nasdaq and just watching the market play out really saved me thousands of dollars that I could have probably lost if I was trying to force trades on this. But before we dive into the exciting part of the video, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We trade the Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You already know what's up. Don't forget to hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. It will help me grow. As you can see, putting a lot of effort releasing these videos and these breakdowns of the market for you. So hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel will indeed help the channel. Now let's dive right into the break. So I am more of a technical trader than I am a fundamental trader, but you should know that these two come hand in hand. Fundamental analysis and technical analysis, they just play the same important role when you're trading, so don't neglect one. But I already know that my strength is mostly to the technical analysis. This is why I'm always saying that during NFP you shouldn't risk your capital on that little spike. You might as well wait for the market to react and then just catch on the trend after it has done. You can see that we were already in our buying positions on gold, which then just pushed the market during NFP to the top. And the best thing about this is we put our profits into entry so that we can protect them. We don't want the market to just move from this level, move all the way up. Mind you, this is a 4-hour time frame. That means from Wednesday we've been holding this trade throughout to Friday, and then it reached this high, and then we were trading profits, make sure that if the market reverses, we're not going to lose the profits that we made. So you don't have any reason letting the market move up, give you all these pips, and then leave your stop loss still at this zone. You might as well just tell the profit when there's a chance of a reversal. So in this case, we did take partial profits, but I am still in one trade right over here. I am still long on gold. So I would like to see it break out of the highs, and then if it then breaks out of this zone, we will be taken out of the trade, which is not bad because we did already take partial profits over here. Now, the reason being, you can clearly see we have a trend line over here. That is why I am not exiting the trade on gold. We have a trend line, and you can see that there is a really nice retest. We have a break of the trend line. It went to the top. Yes, it got rejected, but it came right back down to retest the trend line, and you can see that it got rejected at that zone with a good spike. So within this zone, I am still looking for buying positions, and the fact that I can see that we have a lot of equal highs at this zone, and there might be those traders that are also looking to sell. They probably missed this move, so the market want to go back and then gives them a chance to enter the position. So technically, this type of setup to me is I am just looking at this zone as money resting at this level. and because there is money at this level, the market is drawn to that level, which is why it will push up at this zone, and then a lot of people will still enter more sales at the highs. Obviously people do that, and then you put your stop losses right at the top, and the market will first want to trigger those stop losses and then moves in the direction that it wants to go. If it wants to go down, if it wants to go up, and it continues going up. That is the reason that I am still in the gold buying trade over here. See, we had broken out of this level. We have a break, a retest, and this retest is what I'm still just trading. So if the market just continues in that movement, so I am looking forward to adding positions as the market approaches this zone and breaks out of it, and then we'll ride it up to the top, obviously. So for this reason, I am still long on gold, and if it does come back to the zone, breaks out of this level, it will hit my stop loss and I will be out of the trade. Then we'll probably look for a new setup, right? Enough of gold. Let us go to our Nasdaq over here. Oh my goodness, Nasdaq has just been acting really crazy, and I am so grateful for the fact that I just decided to relax on this chart. It was just, you know, selling. You can see a really big sell-off on Nasdaq from Monday. It just sold off from Monday to Friday. This whole movement is the whole week. You know, I was looking for buying positions on the Nasdaq most of the time, such that if I was really forcing trades in this market that sold off like this, I would have really regretted it, right? So I am happy. Sometimes in the market, you just need to know when to step back and don't force trades. The market will still come to you. Complete your setups, and you know, we did benefit from the gold trade. We had an overall of 1,300 pips in the week, right? We had, I think, like, you know, 900 pips from gold, and then Nasdaq, we did trade it. We had a little quick buy on Friday, and then we exited the market real fast. So right now on Nasdaq, what are we looking at? It looks so scattered, if I am being honest, right? So obviously, let's start doing the top-down analysis starting from the daily time frame. Let's just see this sell-off. Where has it taken the market, right? On the daily time frame, yes, we are still bullish, but we want the market to sit at a specific point. Right now, it's not sitting any. I think on this level, we can draw a really nice little zone that it can be rejecting off, right? So if you did not know, September is a month that these stock markets perform really badly, especially the S&P 500. Now, this is not to say that September is a bad month to trade. It's not. It's a really good month to trade compared to August. But September is normally a negative month, right? The market is normally selling in September. And for that reason, you should always be careful, right? So we can draw a trend line right over here like this, and you can clearly see that the market has not yet completed its movement by touching the next trend line over here. So when I normally see charts that look like, always want to be extra careful, right? So we can mark up this zone like this. These were previous highs before the market broke out of it, and then it came back to retest, forming this little leg, and then it then went back up to the top. Now it's coming back for a little retest. So on the daily time frame, we can clearly see that yes, in as much as we are on an uptrend, the market has not yet completed its movement by touching the next trend line, and the market should always complete its movement, right? There are times where the market wants to just fake a setup and then draws people into the trade, and then eventually completes the movement, takes out a lot of people. And so on the weekly time frame, this is what we're looking at on Nasdaq, and it doesn't look bad now that I have a little bias, right? So you can see that the institutions were really reacting at the zone. They came, touched the trend line, moved the market right up to the top. And honestly, I still want to see the market going up to the top. But the point is, where are we going to try and buy this market? Currently, it still has a lot of selling pressure. So I would want to first see price action. I want to see the buyers saying that they're stepping into the market before I rush into any trade. And for that to happen, the market should probably come to around about this zone first before it can react. And this brings us to our last week analysis. If you remember, we had that analysis where I drew this trend line right over here. Where I did draw this trend line right over here, and I say that the market would probably want to come and retest this trend line as it falls like this. It will retest the trend line at this zone and then probably push up to the top. So this is what I'll be looking at on Nasdaq. But before it actually does that, comes into these specific zones, I don't think I'm going to be trading Nasdaq on a larger time frame. I'll probably be scalping it and then, you know, exiting real quick. For now, for me, Nasdaq is kind of neutral until I see something else. And I know that the week is going to be good because we will have CPI on Wednesday, and then we have PMI, the producer price index, on Thursday. So these two things might really push the market to these zones that I'm expecting it, or I will go and try and look for setups on the smaller time frames, talking about the 1 hour, the 30-minute time frame. As we can see over here on the 1 hour time frame, this indeed is a back zone already that we're seeing the market at, right? And at this zone, if the market actually buys off of this level, I would probably attempt to buy this market during the New York session only, not at any random time, right? During the New York session, I'll probably want to look and see how the other markets, the London market, the Asian market, has performed around about this zone. And then if it has not yet broken out of this level and is showing signs of rejecting, and the market is giving me good price action at this zone, it'll probably form a little zone like this. We'll have probably the Asian session forming something like this, and then we'll probably have the London session forming something like if it breaks, I don't want it to break out, so probably the London session will be like this, something like this. I don't know how it will actually form, but then after the London session and the Asian session has formed, then I want to look at what the market is saying during the New York session. And then if I see that during these sessions, during the Asian, during the London session, if it has been rejecting at this level, then I want to look for price action and go in for the buys with my stop loss right below this level. But if it does break out, like let's say the Asian session comes out and it's like broken out of this level, probably the London session is like this, and they're both like down below here, I'm not going to try and attempt to buy Nasdaq. I'm going to relax, wait for it to come into this zone, and then probably look for better opportunities. And yeah, that's basically what I'll be looking at on Nasdaq. So for this week, I'm kind of like neutral as of this moment on a Sunday. I don't know what the market will do tomorrow. As the market opens and progresses, I'll just be updating you guys in the Telegram group. If you're not there, make sure you click in the link below and join the group to check out all the updates that I'll be dropping there. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? With that, it's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Peace.